Something about sacrifice, something about the sacrifice that, I don't know, just...
It's amazing. This place, to me, is like something left over from another era, but it's an era that we don't necessarily want to forget and we're not willing to let go of yet. But we were talking on the way here, we're talking about the idea of Christianity and what Christianity does that mean to us today, and it clearly doesn't mean to us today what it might have meant to our forefathers. And I didn't come from a particularly Christian background. I know my grandfather, who fought in the Second World War, didn't consider himself a Christian at all. But we were talking, before we got here, we're talking about the idea of what has Christianity has become so much reliant on the idea of the Lamb, and Jesus obviously as the Lamb, but it's lost what it might have had at another period in history with the Lion. And then, what do we see here? A couple of lions. And what are they leading there? I would imagine probably justice. So to find justice, I guess you need to have a bit of the lion, not just the lamb. Sitting here when the police came along and started arresting us one by one because we thought, no, this is the hill that, you know, metaphorically we would die on. And I remember turning around and addressing as like, you know, probably 500, 600 people gathered just on these steps here. And it was really difficult to address them as a collective because there was so many different groups, so many different nationalities as representative of Australia today. Multicultural, and I tried to talk about the Abrahamic religions because I thought, oh, well, that's the best I could come up with to bring the three of them together and to address Australians as a collective. It's a difficult proposition that confronts anyone, I think, that would have a speaking engagement that was a broad cross-section of the culture. And again, it's something that people can't admit, because to admit it is to admit to being something that you're not, I guess, which is the suggestion is that you're being racist, but there's a truth to that as well. So these are confronting issues for a culture, because who takes over as a result of no particular religion, if you like, being at the forefront? Who takes over? The state. And as we've found out, the surveillance state. So it appeals to the state to have nothing else that challenges its power. Well, it was amazing on that day because here we all were, so many different groups, and we were a real challenge to its power, as we saw by how the state responded to our presence on this undoubtedly hallowed turf.
Spoken by D. Richardson, authorised by D. Richardson, Melbourne.